You know, we think that in a couple days, Senator Davis will announce for governor, the God I worship is not merciful enough for her to announce it tomorrow. I'll have a heart attack on the stage and die. So I'm figuring it's going to be a couple days. This is going to be back in play again, in circulation. You know, Senator Davis's filibuster and the issue of whether women's rights are adequately protected in the state. You know, you're a strong woman with strong points of view. You don't agree with every woman in the state. Nobody agrees 100% of the time. But I wonder, did you feel at that time that you heard anything over that period that made you think, I'm not sure that the state is doing right by women. I may not agree with my governor or his administration on this aspect of an issue. Or do you feel like what you saw reflects your point of view?
Well, I will say this war on women is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's a fair phrase, sure.
Actually, and I can relate, I mean, I can speak for Rick, I think I can speak for him about this. You, the Texas Tribune, actually wrote an article about strong women that he has around him. Strong chiefs of staffs, strong press secretaries, and vice versa, strong women that he has. And thank you for that compliment. I like to consider myself a strong Texas woman. And something else that Rick did that actually went back to that issue is the federal government took money away from our women's clinics. Texas actually put money back in, and the legislation that was passed protects those. It said like you needed to have a hospital within, I believe, 30 miles or something. Should something go wrong in the case of an abortion. So really it was trying to protect women's rights and their safety if a woman decides to go ahead and make that decision. And I believe there are only 4 countries in the world that allow abortions after 20 weeks. Right. And Texas, you know, was one of them. So you went from 24 to 20. So in that aspect, is that the war on women? No, I really don't see that as the part of the war on women. I see that as really protecting women. Right.
So when women say to you, Mrs. Perry, you're the First Lady, you understand that this is an important issue and that women's rights are an important issue, and you know, we hope that you'll stand with us. Your view is governor's got it right, administration has it right.
Well, it is and that's really difficult for me, Evan, because I see it as a woman's right. You know, if they want to do that, that is their decision. They have to live with that decision.
Mrs. Perry, I want to be sure that you didn't just inadvertently make news. Are you saying that you believe that abortion is a woman's right to make that choice?
It is not mine. It is not something that I would say for them.
Do you believe that the state is attempting to say for them, and that if the governor and his administration had its way, it would say for women that it was not their right?
I think it goes back to the states, and Texas has decided that no, that is not what we want in the states.
Right, but your personal point of view is that it's a person's decision within the law to make that choice.
Well, I don't really think that's making news. I mean, I think that's, you know, yeah, that could be a woman's right. You know, it's just like it's a man's right if he wants to have some kind of procedure.
Right.
But I'm not, I mean, I don't agree with it, and that's not my view, but I'm not going to criticize Wendy Davis. I'm not going to criticize, and I told this to Valerie Jarrett, Michelle Obama's chief, or President Obama's chief. I'm not going to criticize Mrs. Obama if she wants to make food healthier, and that's what her view is. You know, the older that I get, there are 2 sides to every nickel. What I believe, what Evan believes, what Wendy believes, what Michelle believes, God made us our own individuals.
Yeah.
And I think that I can believe what I want to believe, and Evan, Wendy, and Michelle, you can believe what you're going to believe.
Right.
But
And you believe, and last question on this, you believe the law of the state as it is at present respects the rights of individuals to make those individual choices?
That's the law of the state.
Yeah. You believe that's the case?
That's the law of the state.
Okay.